And before it got rainy and yucky, Landon, the Ray Riders got their game in today. It was a packed house there at the field today.
It was, for good reason. There's always a packed house when there's a Yankee in town. Aaron Hicks's rehab assignment hasn't been going so well so far. 0 for 14 in his first 4 rehab games, including an 0 for 3 night in his first game with the Rail Riders on Friday. After the game, Scranton-Wilkes-Barre manager Jay Bell said his swing is getting close and he'll be fine. Saturday, Hicks proved his new manager right. Hicks and the Riders hosting the Toledo Mudhens. SWB already up a run in the first. Hicks at the plate, and he does this. How's that to break out of this funk? Homers in his first at-bat of the game. He also doubled twice and stole a base, 3 for 4. See? Nothing to worry about. Same can be said for this team. Third inning, Mike Ford. Good Lord, what a swing. He jumped on that pitch like Arya Stark jumped on the Night King. No Game of Thrones spoiler complaints. I waited a couple of weeks. Ford's second homer of this game as the Rail Riders win 5-1. The big league club can take over first place in the American League East with another win in Tampa Bay. Down a couple of runs in the 5th inning, but a former Rail Rider leading the comeback. Clint Frazier, RBI double, plating another former farmhand. Gleyber Torres just beats this throw home. 6th inning, yet another former Rail Rider. G-Man Choi, infield single. Unfortunately, though, for the Yankees, G-Man isn't their man anymore, playing for the Rays now. Yandy Diaz adds the cherry on top for the Rays, a 3-run homer in the 8th inning off Nestor Cortez Jr., who was sent back down after the game. Tampa Bay goes on to win 7-2 to stay in first place. Don't look now, but the Red Sox are getting back into this conversation. Beat the Mariners Friday to get over 500 for the first time this year. Jay Bruce trying to push them back to the 500 mark. 2-run shot giving Seattle a 4-0 lead. But that lead quickly dissipates. Rafael Devers with a clutch single with the bases loaded. 2 runs scored to tie the game at 4. Then it's Jackie Bradley Jr., who says he can't hit. No, he's batting 149, but still, the former Hyannis Met comes through, all part of an 8-run third inning. Red Sox win 9-5. They've won 10 of their last 12.
An exciting one for the Rail Raiders tonight.
Yeah, this was a pretty bizarre game that we finally get to see. The last time Nestor Cortez Jr. pitched for the Rail Riders, he gave up 8 earned runs in just 4 2/3 innings pitched. That was on Monday. Saturday went just a little bit better. Rail Riders in Syracuse to face the Mets. Cortez struck out 9. He played and got some great defense. He took a no-hitter into the 8th inning. Veteran catcher Rene Rivera broke up the no-no with a single. In one start, his ERA drops from 5.81 to 4.54. But in the bottom of the 9th, JP Fireeisen on in relief, and Carlos Gomez ties the game. That's a 2-run homer, one of just 2 hits for the Mets in this game. So no win for Cortez, but thankfully the team gets one because Mandy Alvarez and Matt Lipka answer with RBI doubles in the 10th inning, and Scranton-Wilkes-Barre wins a wild one, 4-2 in 10. They've yet to lose so far this month. Well, in the Bronx, they were celebrating Star Wars Day in style. May the 4th be with you at Yankee Stadium. New York hosting Minnesota. The Twins celebrating with their bats. 3rd inning, Mitch Garver using his lightsaber. Then his Jedi mind tricks to hit the ball just over the wall. 2-run shot. Now 6-2 Twins in the 8th. Gary Sanchez, yes, he's still hot, sends that ball to a galaxy far, far away. 444 feet away, but the comeback falls short. Fittingly, though, the Twins, Luke and Leia, they win on Star Wars Day 7-3. Hey, Steve. Yeah, we are here live at historic Bowman Field here in Williamsport for the MLB Little League Classic at 7 o'clock. Look at all the changes they've actually made to the stadium to make it MLB ready. Of course, not just on the field, but if you can see in the outfield, they have all the Little League logos everywhere. This thing is going to be packed full of Little Leaguers from this afternoon. And speaking of earlier this afternoon, just a hop, skip, and a jump over the river in South Williamsport. Some major leaguers went over to the Little League World Series. It was a special day for everyone, but particularly for 3 players. Present meets future.
How you guys liking it so far, huh?
It's awesome.
Before the MLB Little League Classic, the Mets and Phillies stopped at the Little League World Series. And yes, they're treated like rock stars.
You know, giving out pins, signing autographs, watching some of the games. It's giving back to, to the sport that we love, and the game that we played when we were young, and it really was a blast today.
All I've seen today is smiling faces, so that's, and for my teammates, I think it's just cool to come back and watch Little League baseball, because it takes everyone back to when they were out on the field having fun and just messing around with their friends.
This was especially meaningful for these 3 Little League World Series alums. The Phillies' Scott Kingery, who played in 2006, the Mets' Michael Conforto in 2004, and New York's Todd Frazier, who won this thing 20 years ago.
Todd Frazier, a hero all week long.
People really, truly don't understand what it really meant to, all of us to play here in front of 40,000 people every day. I think that kind of helped us out to be the players we are today. I want to show my kids and family, what their father did back in 1998.
It's an experience the major leaguers loved just as much as the kids. And their message for the next generation of ball players? Simple.
It gives these kids hope and dreams to, maybe one day become a big leaguer and to fulfill those dreams. So to talk to them, kind of keep inspiring them and showing them that, you can do this, and, don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do it, because, we've done it. So we're living proof.
Playing here at BB&T Ballpark at historic Bowman Field, well, it's nostalgic for another reason as well. Remember, the Crosscutters are a Phillies affiliate, and 9 members of the current Phillies 25-man roster once played here in Williamsport. Jose Bautista of the Mets, also a one-time Crosscutter. Well, it's Nick Pivetta versus Jason Vargas tonight. We're getting ready for the MLB Little League Classic. Should be a lot of fun. Reporting live, Landon Stolar, Newswatch 16 Sports, Lycoming County.
The following is a live local sports presentation of WNEP. They grabbed the Governor's Cup and the AAA Baseball Championship. We'll recap the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders' dream season. Now, with a new season comes new challenges and new opportunities. What can we expect from this year's team? Meet the Rail Riders on WNEP2.
And welcome to Meet the Rail Riders here from beautiful PNC Field. And inside, it is a busy, hectic scene as fans from all over the area are here to meet the Rail Riders, and so will you at home. Jim Coles is going to join us in just a few minutes, but right now I'm Landon Stolar, joined with your manager, Mr. Al Padrique. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Al, this time last year, we were kind of introducing you to the fans around this area. They didn't know who you were. This time around, you're the guy who just brought them a championship. How different is the feeling this year compared to last for you?
Well, last year I guess I was a little shy. First time in Scranton. I managed in AAA before, but first time in Scranton, meeting the fans, kind of giving them the chance to know me, where I came from. And now this year the feeling is different. We won the championship last year, had a great year, great fan support. So now I'm more relaxed, comfortable around them, talk about the championship. So I'm very happy to be back.
Got a lot of new players, but a lot of guys returning as well. For those returning players, how can winning a championship help them this time around in terms of their development?
Well, it helps to the fact where they have the experience, they know what it takes to go that far and be involved in the playoff and win the championship. And now with the young players, first time in AAA, I'm sure that the combination of youth with experienced players is going to help us a lot, like it happened last year. Last year we had the same combination, young players and older guys that help the young players how to get ready day in and day out. And I feel like this year is going to be basically the same thing. Great chemistry, teamwork. We got a lot of young players that are excited to watch, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the opening day on Thursday.
That being said, some of the household names were Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez, Tyler Austin. They're not here. So in what ways is this team going to look different than last year's?
Well, they're going to be missed. I mean, anytime you get so close, with the players, you build a relationship around the clubhouse. When you travel, it's amazing how last year a lot of the guys hung around together, went out, got something to eat, talk about the game. This year, I think it's going to be the same. We got talent. I think our team is well balanced. We got guys that can hit for average, guys that can hit for power. I think we got more speed than what we did last year. And the pitching staff, I feel very comfortable with the pitching staff. Even though one last year did a great job, I think we threw 23 shutouts. So I'm hoping that we can repeat that. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but overall we have a good club, very exciting. Again, they're fun to watch, and I'm sure they're going to create a lot of good things out on the field for the fans.
We had the media day earlier today, and you were saying then that you feel like this pitching staff could be even better than the one you had because you have a lot more talent, a lot more arms coming up. What are you looking forward to seeing from that pitching staff this year?
That's the one thing throughout the organization. We got a lot of good arms in our minor league system. So the guys that we're getting this year, they pitched in Double-A last year. They had great years, and now having them appear in Triple-A is going to be fun. I'm looking for those guys to go out, have fun. They're going to be able to compete because they love to pitch. And if everybody stays healthy, the rotation with the bullpen that we have, especially at the back of the bullpen, I'm hoping we can score enough runs so we can give them some run support and win a lot of games.
Well, Al, you set the bar pretty high last year. I mean, how do you meet those expectations? You know they're so high.
Well, I do the best I can to keep that relaxed atmosphere in the clubhouse. I know last year we had a great year, and it's like I always tell the players, we got to turn the page, we got to move on. And that's the one thing about baseball. You have short memory. It's over with. Now we got to come up ready to go on Thursday, take one day at a time. And again, if everybody stays healthy and we do everything right that we know we're capable of doing it, we should hopefully repeat again.
Well, you look around, you can see there's a lot of excitement for it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now we're going to send it over to Jim Coles, who has a familiar hitting